The men's and women 4x4, it took place, and let's just say that there were some unexpected things that occurred. The women, pretty much everybody got through. Jamaica ran well. And Jamaica, in my opinion, I don't even think they had a strong team on paper, but they showed up and ran well for the women. The U.S. women, they showed up and ran well, per usual. You had the Netherlands and Great Britain. And all of these teams, they pretty much showed up and did what we expected them to do. And it wasn't no debacles or anything because, women, they tend to operate just way better. In my opinion, I feel like women tend to get things done way better and they operate way better. So it was no hiccups and no this and that. Now, if we are speaking of hiccups, let's move over to the men. Now, for the men's side, in my opinion, the notable teams were probably the U.S., South Africa, Botswana, Great Britain, Belgium, pretty much those five. In my opinion, like, if you told me to pick teams who had to, like, get a medal, these are the teams that I would be more inclined to even mention. Everybody else, in my opinion, maybe if something just terrible goes wrong, maybe you got a chance. Oh, Australia ran well, it's also, but I think they ended up getting DQ'd somehow. But yeah, that happened. And I was thinking that when it came to the final, it was more so going to be a two-man show, and everybody else is just going to be back there running. Now, I have Botswana as the favorite. I'm like, man, the U.S. looked horrible. These ninjas looked horrible in the open 400. So I'm on the side of Botswana, who looks great in the open 4. And they have 6 guys down there who all run 44 seconds in the open 4. Then they just had guys run their season's best in the championship final. Meanwhile, the U.S. guys looked horrible. These guys running 45s. Chris Bailey ran 45 in the 400. Bryce Damon was splitting 45s on a mixed relay. How are you splitting 45? Now, when you run relay legs, especially any leg other than first, you're going to run faster than you're, I guess, necessarily in open shape. So let's just say I run 46.5 in the 400, the open 4. I should be able to go out there and split 45 on the 4x4. Like my 400 personal best is 45.85. I would probably go out there and split 44. So if a motherfucker is splitting 45, and not just once, did it twice, mixed relay prelims and final. If you're splitting 45 and they saw you do it twice, how the hell do you end up on the 4x4 to, qualify for the final? Despite they have other guys, you got guys like Justin Robinson, who's fresh, who can split 43, who can give you a 44 in the open. You got guys like Vernon Norwood. Now, they was probably trying to save these guys, but Chris Bailey popped it off, in my opinion, with a horrible leg. They started off bad. And then, on second leg, it wasn't no better. They made up no ground. Then third leg was Bryce Deadman. He got the stick and he went to hell, man. He got the stick and went to hell. It was like he got it, and then he just went back and back and faded further and further back. It damn near looked like he ran 47 or something. I'ma just be honest. It looked like he ran 47. Because he got the stick and was running bad the whole time. And then, you know, when you jogging or you going slow and saving it, that's kind of how it looks like. Okay, all these guys passing him and running past him. So he finna have a major kick coming down this home stretch. That's typically how it goes, especially when it comes to like preliminary rounds and things of that nature. But he did all that and hit the home stretch and started running backwards. Like the nigga started off going slow and started going slower. Like just faded back even more. Then on the fourth leg, I think that this was the best leg. Ran with the most guts, ran with the most balls, ran like he wanted it. Now, granted, he died coming down the home stretch, but that's because he ran the first part like he wanted it. And it was Genoa, the college kid. Ran better than all the pros. Ran better than all the pros. And you may be asking, how did he even get on here? He ran the mixed 4x4. And on the mixed 4x4, he ran 43. So, if he done ran 43, he's well qualified. And if you look at the relay today, he looks like the only guy who was qualified. Chris Bailey looks like a shell of himself. The guy on second leg, I don't even too much know who he is. I don't know his name. I don't know his stats. I remember he used to go to Oklahoma, though, like some years ago. But he looks horrible. But I also don't think he's just like a hell of a guy either, though. So I can't really fault him that much. But then you got a Bryce Dedman, who just got dropped by Nike last year. He looks horrible. The college kid was the only one out there looking like he had some sense. So the U.S. end up finishing 6th place in their heat. 6th. Like not first, not second, not third. You know how you have a bad race, how you get 4th. Ninjas finished 6th place in their heat. And then you had the next heat. You got them guys. You got Botswana with 3 of their rear legs and an alternate. Everybody ran 44. Tobago had the fastest leg on third leg. He ran 44-1. Chilling. And they even have Colin on there. And they ran 257. South Africa looks well. They ran 258. But you got teams like the U.S. running 301, 302 and shit like that. I don't know. I was expecting a 2-man race with the U.S. and Botswana. U.S. didn't make it. And I didn't really expect it to be a major race though either though. I expected Botswana to win pretty convincingly and challenge the world record. That's what I expected. But I think now they're really going to win. They throw Colin out there. It's about to be a runaway win. And a lot of people are like, they won because the U.S. not out there. Think about the guys the U.S. have in reserve. They was going to use probably Vernon Norwood. He was going to be rolled. They was going to use Ja'Cory Patterson. He was going to be rolled. They was probably going to use Caleb McRae. He was going to be rolled. And they was probably going to use Rob Benjamin. He would have did decent, but he would have been so far back, he was going to be rolled. So it just is what it is. And like I often say, at the end of the day is going to end.